Now, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well, and in today's video we are taking a look at the cable shears that I have within my toolkits. Now this video is based around copper cutting hand shears here. I'm not including ratchet ones or hydraulically powered cutters or anything else that can cut steel. These are just purely the ones that I use for copper. We start with this set here from Sibille. These are around about 35 years old. I bought these because at the time I was in a maintenance environment and was dealing a lot with battery cables, making them up and removing batteries and the like. So I had these for cutting that cable. These are 1000 volt insulated. As you can see there, this is the time before really we had any major VDE involvement. We've got ESI 26-3 there, I believe is the old standard. They did come from RS Components. No idea how much they cost at the time, but a similar set are available from Sibille, although Sibille has now been taken over by Penta. So Sibille itself is no longer a company. It used to be a French company. It's now just a brand name really. And these are the type MS45, again from RS Components. So that's these ones here. These still are in working order. Unfortunately I don't have a bit of battery cable kicking around to cut. And cable just to buy it to cut up is quite expensive these days, but these will chop through. Standard 1.5mm there. A bit of flat that we've got here. I think this is 2.5mm. But yeah, chops through that easy enough. A bit more challenging. This is 10mm hard drawn copper, so a bit more to it, but single-handed operation again, no problems. You can chop through that. And I do have a bit of 4mm solid copper. We use this kind of stuff for making coils up, so it has a thin varnish insulation on it. But we make this for coils and it will chop through that as well. And these are fairly decent cut. But nowadays these just sit in my garage. They are quite chunky and heavy, so I don't have them in a toolkit that I take around with me. They just sit in for backup use really, and they are adjustable. You've got the lock nut there and the slotted screw, so if these do loosen off you can adjust these. But that's those ones there, if I say around about 35 years old now, and the very first set that I purchased still up and running. We then move on to a set that I kind of use currently, which is from NWS. These are a shorter set, these are 160mm cutters here, designated just for copper. And NWS are still available. Again, it's a slightly more modern version. But these sell for around about £36, well worn in now. There appears to be some adjustability on it, although you can't grip that nut, but you can adjust here hopefully. These are fairly loose, but they still work. These are 10mm copper, it will shoot chop through, probably even easier than the old Sibille ones really. Not too much effort there, it's going to go straight through these. And this is more predominantly that I would use, although you can get through these with side cutters if you're doing a lot of work. It's much easier to use a set of cable shears. Chops through, a bit more of a squidged end, but not too bad. They do have these kind of serrations on them. Don't know how much that aids for cutting, but that's those there. These will be around about 25 years old. I do use them. They sit in my general tool bag alongside a set of combination pliers as well. So I use all NWS at this moment in time, and these will be a similar sort of age towards one another. And then we move on to these two sets over here, which is kind of what's brought this little review around really. I purchased these from Supreme Handtools. A set from Engineer, the PZ75, another set from Fujiya, which are the 175 BGs. These are kind of a bit of a multi-purpose tool really. They have your more of a combination plier end really, as well as the cutter end to them. These look to be adjustable from Fujiya, so that's not too much of a problem. We've got our engineer again, Cable Shears with a combination style ply head on them, but these do have the thread grip built into them, whereas the Fujiya ones don't have that. So I've bought these to see how these would compare to what I currently use, and our engineer ones here. They're chopping through easy enough. Not much of a problem. Our Fujiya ones, they do cut quite a bit easier actually than engineer. Quite a bit of a nicer cut. Not expecting any problems with this really, are you? It's a hard drawn copper like our engineer. Oh yeah. Chopping through no problems. Ooh. Bit more of an effort with these Fujiya ones, but then again these are a little bit shorter, not that much in them. Also we have a more of a dip texturized handle than the comfort grip style from the engineer pliers there. So look at our solid copper, see what they're like. Yeah, it's not a problem. Need a bit more effort with these. Yeah, I mean they're chomping away, doing pretty much what you would expect to. There are obviously, I mean this style of copper, you're almost getting towards bolt croppers, you can use on these, or got a really big set of Knipex side cutters, 9-inch ones that will chomp through this kind of stuff dead easy, but they are hardened again, so they will take on nails and all sorts, whereas this kind of kit just isn't made for that kind of cutting. So that's those there. Our Fujiya ones, they sell for £39. I got these both from Supreme Handtools, and the engineer are for £33. And honestly, the one thing that's quite good with these, having their plier head, is I can effectively replace both of these with either of these. Now I know some combination pliers, or perhaps more towards your linesman pliers used in America more often than not, you have different facilities built into these, a lot more than you can get on either of these, although these do have a crimper in them, but I don't believe they have a fish tape puller. Same as these, I don't think there's a fish tape puller. There's no crimping on these. I don't have crimping on that. I have other stuff for crimping. I tend to prefer ratchet crimping. I won't use these really for crimping. You do have a wire bending facility, both of these. Maybe that's a Japanese thing. So that's those there, all really good. As I say, I can retire some of these as a pair and just carry one of these around for the time being and seeing how I get on with them. And obviously if you were buying from new, then where did we go? We had £36 for these are 24, so £60 for the pair, against either of these, maximum £40, aren't you? So you're saving yourself 20 quid by going down that route. With just one of those, which is an attraction to it, I guess. But there you go. That's the Cable Shears that I've used throughout the years. All of these from my original ones. One had been just after I'd come out of my apprenticeship, and moved into my second job in construction. And then these ones I've used when I throughout the power industry. And then these two new sets that I've just bought. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you found it useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.